And also, these women start messing with your man, in your face. You gotta keep
Don't
it
go
cool.
off because you don't want to get arrested overseas. Get locked up.
Hey,
What's up, guys? Frankie P.
Maria B.
This
Is
retirement.
this
Yeah, I think it's on. Yeah, it's on.
on?
Welcome to Retirement Today TV. Got a question for you. What's the question?
When do the tropical storms hit the Caribbean?
Ooh, that's good.
Because I thought it was
That's
September,
good. That's good.
October, and November.
September, October. Well, you're going to find out today if you're traveling, how to plan for is it a good vacation? A perfect vacation? What kind of vacation?
A great vacation.
A great vacation. We got you. We got you covered.
Which includes the folks at the airport, the weather, the heat. Oh my goodness. And do you drink the water?
Ooh, that's a good one. We're going to just cover some of the lessons learned from our trip. We just came back from a trip, but we want to share not only the trip itself, but some of the tips that you can implement for yourself. So now, what the first thing? What is one of the first tips that you would think about?
When you get to the airport, your luggage. Boy, oh boy, this woman, she was checking out my man. Okay, she was checking him out.
Don't listen to her.
This is what happened. This is what happened. So, hey, how you doing? So excited to be going on this trip. I put my suitcase up on the little weigher or whatever you call that thing. And she's going through the motions. Now, remember, I put my suitcase up there first. She's going through the motions and asking for ID and so forth and so on. She gets to him. She wants to be chatty Cathy. Okay, and she's talking and so forth and so on. Okay, no problem. You can admire my man. You can't have him, but you can admire him.
For 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes.
It was longer than that.
Time, go.
So our luggage supposedly got tagged, and she gave him what are those things called? The bag tickets.
To wrap around there.
His name on both of the tickets. We find out later. But anyway, so that's what happened. So when you get to the airport, you got to really pay attention to what these people behind the desk are looking at and who they're paying attention to, because she got me. I got on the plane and I get a phone call. I'm like, oh snap, who is somebody from Baltimore? It's probably one of my settlements or something. Anyway, we get on the plane and it's Southwest calling me to tell me that my tag got ripped off the bag and they didn't know who the bag belonged to.
I think she did it. She
did not put a tag on
she
my
never
bag.
put one on.
She put it on your bag.
I was making stuff up, guys.
She put it on his bag. And as I was recalling, as things were going on, I'm like, hold on. She tagged your bag. She talked to you. She was all nice to you. She just took my bag, threw it on the conveyor belt. I wasn't thinking it either. So anyway, I get this phone call while I'm on the plane. And the lady's like, oh my God, your bag is here. We're going to try to get it on the next flight to go to Houston so it can connect with you and get to your final destination. I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right, they're going to do this. We get to Houston. That one was looking at him too, because she was real nasty to me. Okay.
Ooh, which one?
That girl in Houston. When I kept asking her about the bag and she was like, oh, well, the bag's still in Baltimore. I'm like, well, they told me it was coming. No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
You probably won't get your bag until tomorrow.
Yeah, she did.
I'm like, tomorrow? Okay. So I accepted that, got on the plane.
Well, based on what we went through, what would you do next? I know because we had talked about this the day before. We had talked about
I had been telling him for a week
what we were going to do.
Right.
And what did you say we should do?
Add some clothes to your bag. Me add clothes to his bag. He add clothes to my bag. Put some stuff in the backpack. I didn't take a backpack this time. Normally I do, but he had the backpack. So.
And she put some items in my suitcase because my suitcase wasn't full. So your toiletries.
Right.
Your toiletries were
I
in my
put
bag, shoes in my
toiletries,
bag, some
things
your,
like that.
your sunglasses were in my bag. It was just the clothing items that were in her bag. We didn't have them. So if you're going on a trip, here's a pro tip. Put an item of the male, the husband, into the wife's suitcase. Put a change of clothes of the wife into the male suitcase. So if and when something does happen, if it occasionally it does, it may not happen, but if it does happen, at least you will have a change of clothes, a change of underwear, anything that you need, that you specifically need. Now, you're not going to have everything, but those items, I would encourage you to at least switch one item. We talked about doing two, didn't we? Maybe two of my change of clothes and yours, two of your change of clothes.
At least one or two.
At
Hopefully
least
they'll
one.
get the bag to you the next day.
Yeah.
Now they are going to reimburse me because I had a business meeting.
Oh yeah, we had to go out and purchase some clothing. Yeah, we had to send, and you're able to submit that. You're able to submit that
claim.
That claim to,
along with your receipts, and they told me don't be extravagant now.
Yeah, they said as long as it's, I forgot how she put it. As long as it's not extravagant, she says you can get a change of clothes for your business meeting as long as it's not extravagant. Okay. Okay, not extravagant.
Like extravagant, but that's not a dollar amount. So what is your extravagant may not be my extravagant.
Correct.
You know, if you're single, take a backpack. Pack your things in a backpack. Pack the rest of your things in your suitcase. And I'm sure, frequent travelers know these things, and we travel, but we're going to become frequent travelers.
Yes, and if you're like us and you plan on becoming a more frequent travelers, these tips are items. So what we did on this particular trip is we just made mental notes. We made mental notes of, hey, let's make sure we do that next time. And this is going to actually be a tool for us. So before we go on our next trip, we're going to look at this video again to make sure that
that will never happen to me again. I will make sure I have a change of clothes somewhere in the backpack if I'm not traveling with my better half, or in his suitcase if we are traveling.
Yeah.
And we're trying to also limit the number of bags that we take. So I'm teaching him how to pack because poor thing, he don't know how to pack, y'all. But I'm going to teach
what
him.
I need underwear,
it's not
socks,
that packing.
Shirt.
Not
How to pack, not what to pack.
He bolds them up.
It went in there, and I had a lot of space.
Yeah, and I'm
over.
like, you could get this in there, you could get that in there. Let me see.
And guys, let me tell you, to make your wife happy, please, whatever you do, don't forget your CPAP machine. Don't forget your CPAP.
Yeah, that was what we were trying to get in the suitcase. We got it in there.
We got it in there.
Along with everything else
we made sure we got it in there. So that's a pro tip. Switch clothes with each other. At least one item.
Yeah.
For me, I would say to make sure that we are plan ahead. As far as directions, so what we had to do, we traveled to Belize on this particular trip, and if you haven't been Belize, I would encourage you to go because it is a beautiful country.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
We'll talk about that more.
Yeah, but plan ahead, because once you go to the country, you go to the city of Belize, and then you're able either to take a water taxi or a flight over to the island where we stayed, which was Ambergris Caye. Now, before you do that, you have to be able to get from the airport to the water taxi. So make sure you have transportation set up from the airport to the water taxi. If you're flying over, there's an airport that's right there. I guess a charter airport that's right there at the main airport. So you don't need to have that. But if you're taking a water taxi, you must have transportation set up ahead of time to get to the water taxi. Once you get to the water taxi, you'll go and you'll get your tickets. It'll take you it takes you to Caye Caulker, drops you off, and then it takes you to Ambergris Caye.
No, San Pedro.
San Pedro, I'm sorry. It takes you to San Pedro.
Ambergris Caye is like the town.
Ambergris Caye is the town.
Well, San Pedro is the town.
I think Ambergris Caye is the island. Ambergris Caye is the island. San Pedro is the town.
Yeah, that's
we went to San Pedro. Yeah, so And then also have have your directions on how to get from the water taxi to your final destination, your hotel or resort. And why? Because of this. Almond tree. Tell me about the almond tree.
All right. So if you reach to the same direction of the almond tree, right? You will get to the same direction of the almond tree to the 6th block. And then right in front, as you get there, you will see a sign, stop. Don't come back this way. This is one way, north. The middle is a one-way south, right? And you will see tropic. And you go around it.
Okay.
Right? My island is this way. Tropic is this way. So you gotta go and pass the tropic air and office and continue driving. Mahogany Bay, 3.5 miles. That's where the paved road is done.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Mahogany Bay, Royal Caribbean, Victoria House. So you can't last. So this is the only street take you to Mahogany Bay. Okay. On your way, there's a gas station.
Okay. Wasn't that funny?
No.
That was fun. He was funny. You go here, you go here, and you go here, and you go here, and you go to the apple tree and the acorn tree. That was funny.
We didn't need all of that, but
he
wanted to get down. You know how men are. Let's just say that. Men, they don't want to look at the GPS or read directions. They want somebody to tell them, and they're going to keep it all up here.
Again, another pro tip. Download Google Earth. When you go, download Google Earth, and that would allow you to have the directions from where you are to where you want to go. So that was where
I didn't use Google Earth.
Oh, what did you use?
I just used my GPS.
Oh,
I just went in and it converted, actually.
Oh,
I was
wow.
surprised. It converted to the metric system. I just typed in where I wanted to go and put it in, and then it started up 750 meters on the left. I'm like, oh, okay. So make sure you have your phone is charged. Mm-hmm. And even before that, because we got off the airplane, we got off the airplane, got on the water taxi, got a ride to the water taxi. Mm-hmm. Then got off the water taxi, got into the
water taxi.
Golf
we
cart.
got the golf cart.
Mm-hmm. We had to order a golf
Key.
cart.
The main transportation is a golf cart.
Right.
Which is fun. It is so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was interesting. It wasn't for my back and my chest, but all that banging and jumping around.
If you're going to Belize, take a cushion. I would encourage you to take one of those cushion seats that when you're going to a basketball game or if you're going to a track meet, those seats I would encourage you to take a cushion that you can sit on. It's a little bumpy ride. So yeah, that's another tip.
Take a good bra.
The girls were moving.
Oh my goodness. I haven't felt like that in a long time.
Yeah.
All that jumping and bopping and moving. But prepare for, if you're going to the Caribbean, I'm sure a lot of you, if you travel to the Caribbean, take a poncho, an umbrella, a hat. Poncho. Okay? Make sure you have your sunglasses, because that sun is...
A hat.
Yeah, the sun is off the hook now because of global warming. The sun rays are much stronger now. They're encouraging people when you step outside to make sure you and your kids have, and older people, super seniors, have your sunglasses on, because the sun is really taking a toll on our eyes. So make sure you have your sunglasses, and not any old cheap pair. You got to get some that really...
The UV rays.
Right, for the UV rays.
Yeah.
I had my regular glasses that transition, and I made sure I got all of that incorporated when I purchased mine. So that's something to think about.
Have a swimsuit.
Swimsuit? Because if you're going to the Caribbean, you better have a swimsuit.
Oh, yeah. You better,
some shorts and a t-shirt,
when we rode back from the resort back to the water taxi on the final day, we didn't put on our regular clothes. We had on our bathing suits.
Why?
Because it was hurricane or tropical storm
Alberto.
Tropical storm Alberto.
He kicked our butts. We woke up to all of this noise and commotion outside. Just all the rainstorm. And we thought, oh well, we don't have a poncho or umbrella, so let's just put on our swim gear.
Mm-hmm. The final day, the final day that you are there, just call it a wash. You're going to probably lose that day. It's going to be basically a day of travel. We left at about 7 o'clock in the morning. We checked out about 7 o'clock in the morning. Got to the water taxi around 8 o'clock. And the line was long and it was raining. To board the water taxi boarded at 8:30 to get us to the mainland by 10 o'clock. I think by 10:30 we got to the mainland. Then we had a pickup because what we did on the front end, we had already scheduled to have a shuttle or a driver to take us back to the airport. So those are important things to have. If not, you'll have to take a taxi cab, which is going to cost you on the front end and on the back end. So make sure you have those travel arrangements already set up from the airport to the water taxi and back from the water taxi to the airport. And now,
But we enjoyed ourselves.
no, we did. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. We went to we went to Mahogany Bay's private beach. Had a day there. And how about the meals? What was the most impressive place that you went to as far as eating?
Well,
Even though everything was good.
Carambas is a seafood restaurant where you get to pick your seafood.
That was your okay.
Why?
No,
you
no,
like
no.
something else? That was my favorite.
That was your favorite?
Yeah.
I'm
What was
trying to
yours?
think.
I didn't eat as much as you did. I didn't do all
I
that.
did try the Fry Jack. The Fry Jack was pretty good. It wasn't what I expected, but
What is a Fry Jack? How
a
about
Fry
that?
Jack. It's basically I got bacon. It was basically a bacon, egg, and cheese with dough. It was dough wrapped around it instead of us having a biscuit. It was more of a doughy, but the dough was pretty good. It was a pretty good dough. But I can tell you that the smoothies, I had a blueberry pineapple smoothie. That was worth me going back over to Belize to get it. If I could go and if I could have that smoothie every morning, I think that's going to be one of my treats now. Going into retirement, going on a smoothie. I'm gonna have a smoothie every morning. I think that's pretty good though to start your morning with a smoothie. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Would you start your how do you feel about starting your morning with a smoothie? And a better question is, how do you begin your morning? Tell us about your morning routine. That's what I'd be interested in.
On vacation?
Just
Or
in
just a
general.
regular day?
A regular day, but especially on vacation.
We don't want to talk about regular days. We want to talk about on vacation, okay? We want to know how you start your day on vacation. I know how we start ours. We get up early, get dressed and all of that, and try to figure out the first thing he out the bed, where we going to eat? I'm like, I don't eat that early, so go ahead, enjoy yourself. But he is looking for food. It's like one of your guilty pleasures on vacation.
That's the first thing on my mind is what are we going to eat?
That's the first thing.
We're going to plan our day around what we're eating, how we're going to eat.
Yeah, but we had some very good options over there. I had the omelet. I had the vegetable omelet.
Oh
That
yeah,
morning.
yeah. And I can't remember what I had the second day when after we left the Remax building by the pool. I can't remember what I had.
You had an omelet. You had a ham and cheese.
Oh, it was okay. It was okay.
Oh, my omelet was the bomb. I
Yeah.
asked her to she put jalapenos in it, and it was spinach and what else? Tomatoes, stuff like that.
But I can tell you, we went to the place Secret Beach, and while we were there, we went to Secret Beach Water. I can't think of the name of the
It
restaurant.
was a water park.
It's called Secret Beach Water Park, and they have a drink. They bring it to you, and it looks like a pineapple, Mr. Potato Head on a pineapple. It's looking like a Mr. Potato Head on a pineapple, but it is so delicious. If you know, I like my drinks to be kind of icy. I like that taste of a smoothie, a frappe. I like that icy feeling when I'm drinking it. and this drink, it had, what was it, watermelon, or what did it taste like?
Strawberries to me.
Strawberry?
Strawberry, pineapple. I didn't have any crushed ice in mine. Mine was smooth. Yours had crushed ice in it?
It tastes like it was crushed ice, but
No, I think
mine,
it was the
ours were
crushed
alcoholic.
pineapple.
Oh,
Remember?
okay, yeah, because you can dab your straw on the pineapple and sip through the straw.
Okay.
It was delicious. It was delicious. You know, I geek out. I'm just a big old kid. So.
But anyway, so yeah, and money is very important. You take your card and take some cash. What is it? $1 to $2 Belizean dollars.
Yes, in Belize it's $2, 2 for 1.
And it
$2
was
for
really
one,
driving me crazy because when the bill would come, you paid. I guess you paid what was on the.
I paid what was on the bill, but what they told me, and once I get my credit card statement, I will make a video to let you know. But it is supposed to be converted from the Belizean dollar to the American dollar. So, for
I
instance,
think you need to find out before you get your statement.
you probably
You
should
can call.
So if it's $50 Belizean, that means it's only $25 that you're paying. So oftentimes when you're looking at the menu, you'll look at it and it'll be like $38. You're like, $38, which is only $19 on American. So for the American dollar. I liked it. I was able to convert it, you know, just to do the calculation.
It's simple math.
It's real simple math. You won't have any problems whatsoever.
Yeah. So it's just that the credit, you know, you're handed this bill for $200, and you're like, okay, and they charge you $200. Are they really? I was ready to pull out my cash, like here's $200. I mean $100,
but
just to make sure.
For the most part, when they give you your money back, it will be in Belizean dollars. So that's one reason to use your card, because oftentimes if you've traveled before and you spent your money and they converted it and they've given you that denomination of that country, most of the times you never even spend it. You just bring it back home and you throw it in a corner somewhere or tuck it away, and it never gets used. So me personally using the credit card, I was pretty comfortable.
Well, I brought back some cash. Yeah, just like a souvenir.
A souvenir. That's what most of us end up doing. We do. It ends up being a souvenir. It ends up being a souvenir.
Yeah, I wanted it. So I think that we covered all of the.
I think so too, guys. If you have any questions, please make sure that you place a comment, like, subscribe, share this, come along the journey. If you are in the pre-retirement age, anywhere from 40 to 60, and you're thinking about retirement, follow the journey, learn from our lessons. We will share with you some of the tips, some of the tricks that we've learned from the lessons learned. We're not quote unquote experts. Do your left hand. Do your left hand like this. Like this. Experts. We're doing the quote experts.
Okay.
We're not the experts, but we will share with you some of the challenges and some of the great things and some of the things that you can get around. So when you do travel, when you are planning for retirement, you can overcome those obstacles and you don't have to go through it, because we have done it on the front end. Yeah.
So just remember, take your umbrella to a tropical country.
Yes.
We were beat down with the rain. I got my poncho and then the rain stopped, but I have it now, and I will take it on my next journey. It will be packed along with my umbrella. I think that was my biggest uncomfortable situation there. Everything else was okay. You know, it was a little stressful trying to get from the airport, making sure, but they had my name up. I felt important. Put my name up on a little sheet and was holding it up. I'm like, it's talking about me.
Oh, I get a ride.
So that part was easy, but pre-planning is very important. And make sure that once you've planned out your trip, paid for everything, that you periodically go back, because the airline changed our flight time. And if I hadn't paid any attention until the day that we were leaving, we would have been jacked up trying to get into the airport super early or late. So make sure you listen to when you get those emails, review all your emails so that you know what the itinerary is. Sometimes we forget that as we get older, You know, we can set in our ways and we just, okay, that's taken care of, this is taken care of. No, they making changes out here. And if you're not keeping up with it, then you could be messed up and stressed out and miss your flight. A couple people did that while we were there. And also, when these women start messing with your man, you know, in your face, you know, you gotta keep
Don't
it
go
cool.
off because you don't want to get arrested overseas. Get locked up.
We weren't even overseas. We were right here in America. And she all in your face. I didn't like that. But I kept my cool.
She kept her cool, her composure.
Yeah, I did. But look what happened. Now they owe me money. So
That happened when we went on that cruise. Remember that we got money back when we went on our cruise because they canceled our excursion. They canceled our excursion. So when it's kind of funny. I'm just going to tell you this quick story. When when you're on a cruise, the night before they slide the sheet under your door on which your billing is the invoice on which you'll pay the next day. When I went to the counter to close out and cash out, they told me, oh, we had a credit, and they put some funds back onto the credit card. The guy who was beside me, he says, $1,000? What spending? What's $1,000? And they breaking it down. When you had these drinks, you had everything costs. They give you a card when you go on a cruise. They give you the card, and then you're not charging anything. They say you leave your wallet at home. So yes, you do leave your wallet at home, but every time you go somewhere, bleep, 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 and it adds up. And the more you drink, the more liberal you become, the more likely you are to spend your money. So do keep an eye on it. Oh, that's another tip. When you do go out on your vacation, please, because you aren't spending cash, sometimes you do become a little more liberal on what you willing to spend on. So make sure you kind of thinking ahead of, okay, next month this card is going to come in. How do I want to feel about paying this bill once it does come in? So just little tips and tricks for you to keep a thought process of when you're on vacation. So we're going to jump on out of here, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Leave us a question. If we can answer it, we may come directly to you, or we can do we might be able to do a video or show directly towards you, and we'll give you a shout out. We would definitely give you a shout out. So I'm your partner, Frankie P.
I'm Maria P.
Let me hit this button right here. And this is Retirement Today TV. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I may not act like it. I'm trying to hold my composure, but I am.
And we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.